there, I'm Lon, and last year I quit my scientist engineer job at Genentech to travel around the world using points. The Points Guy, other travel blogs, and my own extensive research helps me optimize my points usage. I love to travel and am currently living the points game. I am the embodiment of the Points Guy's user base, and this is my blog application for your open positions. After I quit my full-time job at Genentech, I wanted to fulfill my dreams of traveling around the world, and points helped me do it. I had some miles from work travel and personal vacations, but the bulk of my points came from these credit cards. Since I had a few months before I unleashed myself onto the world, I went a little crazy and got 4 new credit cards. Yay for sign-on bonuses! Don't worry, I don't carry a balance, hit the minimum spends with things I would have purchased anyway, and obsessively call to get the annual fees waived. Now, let me show you how I traveled around the world using points, and hopefully it'll convince you that I'm a perfect fit for TPG. I certainly think so.
Here's a summary of everywhere I traveled this trip. How did I get there, and how much did it cost? Using all of United's stopover and open jaw allowances on rewards flights, I flew from Houston to Paris, Paris to Vietnam, and Tokyo back to San Francisco for only 75,000 points and about $100. As the map races through my 7-month journey, the cost summary in the top left will update how I traveled and how I paid for each leg, with points or dollars. Since I mostly flew everywhere on rewards flights, I optimized my points usage by taking advantage of layovers and stopovers whenever I could, and by using other modes of transportation when points didn't make sense, such as paid flights, trains, buses, and car rentals, and I traveled by bike. These are color-coded between the map route and points tally. During my journey, I discovered some non-points related travel tricks for cheap flights, like Skyscanner Destination Everywhere. The British Airways credit card bonus really came in handy for short distance rewards, and I enjoyed helping some friends book rewards with their points to utilize free stopovers and, of course, to visit me. A major appeal for me to work for the Points Guy is that I would be able to help more people travel using points and tricks. This map showed you when, where, how, and how much it cost me to get around. But why travel? What did I do, and who did I meet? I traveled by bike for the first time ever, exploring rural areas of France and Spain. I also ran my first marathon in Athens, camped in the Sahara, and adrenaline rushed through New Zealand, where I kayaked, whitewater rafted, and bungee jumped. All great firsts. Oftentimes, I travel to visit family. In Houston, I hung out with them for the last time in 2015, and then I visited family in Paris, Bordeaux, and Vietnam. Since I wanted to go outside of my comfort zone and learn something new on this trip, I lived with a host family in Granada to learn Spanish. Then, in Ireland, I rented a car to learn how to drive a manual stick-shift car on the other side of the road. I only hit a car a day for the first 2 days, one of which didn't leave damage, and the other wasn't my fault. Gotta say though, Chase Sapphire Preferred Car Insurance claim is amazing and a breeze to file. I know my stuff, Points Guy. Interview me. I tried to learn how to open water swim in the oceans of Sydney and how to surf in Malaysia. I loved meeting people and made a new lifelong friend in Barcelona and even met his family. At the Athens Marathon, I made a friend whom I later visited in Cairo, where he lives. Also, where my 10-year-old self's head exploded and dreams came true. I met a fellow nomad and explored Japan with her. Japan, where I learned how to file a delayed baggage claim. I also traveled to adventure with friends, old and new. In London, I visited many people. An expat close friend from San Francisco, a friend I met in Copenhagen years ago, and a lovely family I met on this trip. If my friends were within spitting distance of where I was, I met them. Thus, I was lucky enough to have friends around for the holidays. Last but not least, this girl loves to eat. I ate amazing seafood in Crete, super juicy pork in an overnight layover in Lisbon, and oh so comforting soup dumplings in Shanghai. Of course, I ate amazing local food everywhere I went, and definitely traveled to eat delicious foods. We've covered who, what, when, where, why, how I traveled, and how much it cost me to travel to 5 continents, 16 countries, and 77 cities. Now, just how far did the points get me? In summary, I flew 44,000 miles on 34 separate flights and traveled almost 50,000 miles in total. 50,000 miles. That's the distance of 1,900 full marathons, driving across the United States 17 times, and 1 3/4 times the circumference of the Earth. Well, I got to travel around the world, literally. This is my average points for each mile traveled on rewards flights. Just think, each $5 beer I drank bought me a mile of traveling abroad. No big deal, only 33,000 beers. I kid. All of my rewards flights on this trip were basically free from credit card sign-on bonuses. I just had to pay for taxes and fees. Thus, I only spent a few cents of cash money for each mile I traveled on a rewards flight. It's way cheaper than traveling without points. Up to 20 times cheaper compared to a train. Another way to look at this, if I use the average cost for each mile traveled on paid flights to estimate how much my United Rewards flights would have cost, the total would be a whopping $5,600. So you can see just how much mileage I got out of my points. Flying on United Rewards was the cheapest at a penny for each mile traveled. Well, actually, bike travel is free, but it's not for everyone. Points, though, can be used by everyone. Please collect and use them responsibly. I'd love to show you how.
Hi again. So it's been over half a year since that crazy map detailing my 7 months of travel, and I still had a bunch of points when I returned. Of course, I've used some since then, but I mostly was excited to get this guy and the bonus. So where in the world am I now? Gotta give me an interview to find out where I'm flying from. I kid, but no, really, actually interview me. I will say, I've come across some interesting job opportunities and descriptions during my fun employment, but only the Points Guys opportunities excited me enough to make a vlog and actually apply. It speaks to my interests and passions such that it might be the opportunity that convinces me to leave my early retirement. I'm definitely engaged in the content and have some ideas to expand TPG in new directions. As a scientist and engineer by trade, I'm naturally numbers and data inclined. I'm a detail-oriented, quick learner who loves math. Analyzing things creatively is fun for me. For example, I thoroughly enjoyed tallying up my points and expenditures while making this vlog, and I also liked writing some personal blog posts about my travels, which are posted on thegiftoffullness.wordpress.com. You might be wondering why I'm wearing a science-related shirt and a vlog selling my points and travel prowess. Some background. I wore this shirt in almost every major scientific, data-driven presentation while I was at Genentech because I thought it was funny. Imagine giving a technical presentation with authority while sporting the message on this shirt. Those presentations were important to me then, as this vlog application is important to me now. To be honest, I don't know which position fits me best. Maybe Points and Travel Senior Editor or potentially Social Media Director. I don't know. Both of them sound exciting, and I hope to talk to you more about it in an in-person interview. Who knows? Maybe we can find a creative space or position that equally utilizes my talents and fulfills the Points Guys' needs. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching this vlog as much as I did making it, and I hope to meet you soon. Bye!